Hello, guys. Welcome. This is again. I am a singer, eternal voice. Okay. This moment, I'm gonna talk about some health information regarding the stresses like this. Okay. So, what are the particular hormones that causes stress? Something like that. Okay. Now, we have the adrenaline gland. Okay, so the adrenaline gland will produce the stress hormones. Okay, particularly there are three stress hormones, which are the cortisol hormone or the stress hormone. Number two, we have the adrenaline or the epinephrine stress hormone, and the more epinephrine. Okay, morphinephrine stress hormone. Again, there are three stress hormones. First, we have the uh, adrenaline or the epinephrine or the morphinephrine and the cortisol. Okay, let's go first. I'm not too much talking for the more epinephrine six. No, no, not six. Why my tongue was like that. It's not stress because it sounded like the other one. Okay, that's why I mentioned it. Okay, like that. So if you have high adrenaline or the epinephrine stress hormone, meaning to say your heart beats so fast. Okay, if your heart beats so fast, or due to certain events, due to certain critical situations, emotions like that, it will increase your uh, blood pressure. So there will be a high blood pressure, then causing you for a hypertension. Okay, so if you always feel like that in certain circumstances, uh, attributed by various emotions like that, confusion, anger, too much excitement, happiness, sadness, stress, anxieties, something like that. Then your heart beats so fast. So normally there will be high blood pressure. So you have a high levels of adrenaline stress hormone or the epinephrine stress hormone. Okay, like that. And then if you have high levels of cortisol stress hormone, then you always crave for eating or craving for food. So that's why if you're having high levels of cortisol, you will easily get fat because you crave for food, and then the reason why your waistline will become big or deep belly fat or visceral fat, something like that. Okay, not only that, if you have high levels of stress hormone, which is called the cortisol, meaning to say it can cause the endothelmia. Endothelmia. I'm not a medical student, but I only research and read something about this. The endothelmia is the inner uh, layer or liner of your blood vessels, something like that, and it will become affected and it will not function properly. So this can triggers the process of atherosclerosis, okay, or what we know as arteriosclerosis, or what we know as atherosclerotic cerebrovascular disease, like that. Okay, because there will be a high cholesterol plaque, like that, lumps of cholesterol build up in your arteries. Okay, like that. If that happens, then there will be a hardening of your arteries due to that build-up of lumps of cholesterol. Then it will have now a poor um, supply of oxygen in your blood in going to your heart, because that's a function of the arteries. They're supplying oxygen in the blood going to the heart, something like that. So you will develop a disease known as arterio arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis, or ACD. atherosclerotic vascular, no, cerebrovascular diseases, okay, like that. So the symptoms will be heart attack, something like that, okay, in the heart. Okay, so that is a silent killer heart attack, okay, like that. Okay, that would be from the heart. And now talking to the stress hormones of the adrenaline, cortisol, finish. Okay, and now let's go now to the other health conditions. Okay, that I'll be able to discuss to you. Uh, Bad health conditions, particularly in our brain. So, stroke. Stroke is known as cerebral infarction, scientific or medical term for that. Okay, so why stroke happens? Okay, the same principle with atherosclerosis, because there will be a cholesterol plaque buildup, okay, in the blood vessels going to your brain. And if that happens also, there will be a damage in the tissues of the brain. Of course, if the tissues will be damaged, and then there will be a loss of oxygen in the particular area. Okay, always the loss of oxygen, the poor oxygen supply, like that, and then you will feel stroke. Okay, like that. You understand? Now, going back to the high levels of um, cortisol, okay, and high levels of adrenaline, okay. So, high levels of adrenaline causes hypertension, like that, and we have also known a bad health condition in our brain known as the intracranial or intracerebral hemorrhage as a result of high blood pressure and hypertension due to high levels of like that, high levels of adrenaline, okay, like that. Okay, so intracranial hemorrhage. Intracranial hemorrhage or intracerebral hemorrhage is the bleeding in in the skull of our head, like that, due to the leakage or leaks or the rupture of the blood vessels in the skull. Okay, this intracranial hemorrhage or intracranial bleeding or intracerebral hemorrhage or intracerebral bleeding. Okay, like that. Okay, and there are also the a lot of hematoma here like this. Okay, parts of the brain. Okay, and the subarachnoid, subarachnoid hemorrhage also. It's somewhere here like that. Here, going to your brain, something like that. Okay, so that's all about stress hormones and all about brain issues, something like that. Okay, talking about that, we have also headaches, migraines, like that. Okay, headaches will occur, is this related to the head and to the brain, occurs when you have too much stress at work or any kind of stresses, anxiety, fear, confusion, worrying, problems, like that. We have overthink also can cause a headache, and then it will intensify to migraines. Okay, and the causes of migraines are so many. We have the lack of sleep, oversleep, like that. We have the bright lights, the sun glare, the loud sounds, like that, the loud noise, like that. Strong smell also. It could be a paint or a perfume, like that. And we have also the loud sounds, okay, and the cold season, changing in the weather condition also can cause migraine, something like that. And for women, for the menopausal or stage or menstrual cycle phase, okay, like that, causes migraine also. Right? Oh, it's gonna be like that. And also drinking too much coffee and caffeine. Okay, that would be all for this short vlog of mine about the bad health condition in our brain, in our heart, the stress hormones, like that. Okay, headaches and migraines. Thank you so much for listening. Uh, from me, uh, tips, information tips. If you like this video, you can click like, subscribe, share if you want, or click the notification bell for some newest updates of I Am a Single channel. Bye bye. God bless everybody.